With 150 Psalms in its collection, you might think it would be hard to find a main theme in a book of Psalms. But it's in there, and I'll tell you what it is next. The unifying theme in the book of Psalms is pretty simple. It's my God and me. In other words, it's about our individual relationship with God, with a trustworthy God who never lets us down. Because every psalm records the words and prayers of someone reaching out to God, every psalm reinforces this theme. The psalms don't just express trust that God is there, they express a conviction that He will help us, that He is helping us, because He is a God of mercy, wisdom, power, and love. One thing to keep in mind, just because all the Psalms express some aspects of the same theme doesn't mean that they do so in the same way. For example, some of the Psalms focus mostly on poets' desire for rescue and deliverance, like Psalm 6, which pleads, "Return, O Lord, deliver my soul, O save me for thy mercy's sake." In these types of Psalms, God is there, but His mercy is implied rather than stated. The psalmist knows he can count on God, otherwise he wouldn't be asking for help. But the focus is more on the psalmist's predicament than on the nature of God. Another group of Psalms focuses on the psalmist's celebration of God's deliverance. These Psalms, like Psalm 103, dwell specifically on the nature of God and explain His trustworthiness and benevolence. Psalm 103 highlights God's nature this way: "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all His benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies." Finally, in the Psalms that voice praise and gratitude to God, the relationship between a good God and His blessed sons and daughters is celebrated with music and thanksgiving. Like in Psalm 33, which begins, "Rejoice in the Lord, O ye righteous," and goes on to explain why. "For the word of the Lord is right, and all His works are done in truth. He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord." In sum, each psalm brings its own individuality to the theme of my God and me. But once you start looking for it, it's impossible to miss.